Are you ready for the street fight? What's going on? This is Coach Marcus. It's Dallas week. We're ready to get it rock and rolling. A lot of talk as usual. A lot of fans chirping on social media. Pretty much what I expected. Eagles are coming off a pretty good win. A pretty tight win. After what happened with Washington and New York, everybody thought we were just going to roll over the Commanders, and that wasn't the case. For whatever reason, when they play us, man, the enemy's got them boys rolling. Sam Howell went off. They look like a totally different team. Now, let's see if it turns into a pumpkin this week. For whatever reason, when these teams play us, man, it is a battle. We don't have any layups. I keep saying that, and I'm going to keep going back to that. As you can see, I got my Street Fighter theme going. Some characters I created with the help of Photoshop and some AI. We got a Street Fighter Dak and Street Fighter Jalen. You see him breathing and getting warmed up, ready to go. And it is going to be a street fight. It always is when we play Dallas, whether we are up here or down there. This is going to be no different. A lot of talk. You've heard the stuff that Micah Parsons has said the last couple of weeks on this podcast. We've got issues of our own with Jalen Hurts' knee. And we got a couple of injuries at the tight end spot. And we're just now getting people back healthy in the secondary. Hopefully Kevin Byard will have a little bit more understanding of what the defense wants from him, and he'll be able to play a little bit better. He admitted himself that he didn't play very good his first time here. I wasn't expecting him to be very good, but he didn't make excuses. He just got out there and did the best he can. I know he missed a pick, but it is my opinion that if he would have understood the defense or what was going on a little bit better, he may have been in better position. So we'll look forward to that this coming week, so maybe he can get his first pick with the Eagles on Dak Prescott. On that note, the Eagles fumbled the ball twice inside the 5-yard line on the goal line. So we gave up 14 points. So even though it was a tight game with Washington, a couple of those mistakes were of our own doing. We gave up 14 points. So who knows how the game would have turned out if we get in the end zone inside the 5. We should reasonably expect for that to happen when we have the ball. So let's eliminate those mistakes. And as you know, Dallas's defense has a lot of takeaways. They are forcing turnovers at an alarming rate this year. They got to be tops in the league for that right now, because I believe at the end of week 4, they had like 10 turnovers as a defense, which was absolutely ridiculous. So their defense is balling. The offense, not blowing the roof off of anything, but they're not making mistakes. Dak is not turning the ball over. So it should be a really good game, unless Sean Desai's got a plan to force Dak into some uncomfortable situations, and we can benefit off of that. So we'll see what's going to happen. I think we have a chance to take the advantage, because I think Dallas's offensive line is not quite up to par with our defensive line, but it's hard to even say that because you saw what happened in Washington. I wouldn't have been able to think that Washington's O-line could hang with our D-line, and yet they did. We got one sack towards the end in the fourth quarter. Hassan Reddick finally got home. We got to do better than that against Dallas. I want to put Dak on his butt at least 3 or 4 times. And let's see if we can force some turnovers and cause some things to happen that people have been causing us with all of these problems and deflected INTs and things of that nature. So let's see if we can make that happen. And, last but not least, Jalen Hurts has to hold on to the ball, and I want to see how he's going to be able to move in this game. Everybody and their mama knows that Jalen's knee is hurt right now, and people are going to take advantage of that. You'd be stupid not to. So I expect Dallas to rush the lanes, rush from one side or the other, and force Jalen Hurts to the outside, force him to roll out and run to his left, being a right-handed quarterback. So that's what I think is going to happen. I'm sure Dan Quinn's going to have a plan ready, but so did everybody else, with the exception of the Jets game, and I am sure they're going to watch the Jets game, they're going to watch Washington's game, and they're going to watch the Rams game, at least the first half of the Rams game, because if you remember, the Rams was lighting us up in that first half. So they are going to be ready on offense and in defense, but we got to be able to take advantage of the situation. Our special teams is playing better. Our coverage, special teams coverage, has got to be there, because Kevontae Turpin can break one at any time, and we got to be ready. We don't want to give him easy points. We got to be ready for that as a team. So it's going to be a street fight this weekend. I'm ready for it. We still have the better team, but you got to get out there and play. We can't fall behind by 14 points like we did against the Commanders. It can't be 14-3, because it's going to be much harder to come back on a much better team. So let's not even get into those situations. I want to see us running the ball. And this is something as we say it like it's something new this particular game. We have to win the line of scrimmage every game we play. That is a constant that we have to do. I want to run the ball, me personally. We should be running the ball more. Let's get DeAndre Swift on the outside if possible. I don't know if Brian Johnson is getting these messages, but we have got to get DeAndre Swift outside. We're not going to abandon tackle-to-tackle running. That's not going to happen. But we got to take some opportunities to put him in pistol or do a quick pitch left or right to get him outside on the corner and race some people to the edges. You already know they're going to do something special with Micah Parsons. Maybe he might do some more Myles Garrett style crossover stuff at the nose guard, but they're going to move him around and let him wreak havoc. But we wrote the formula on how to handle Micah Parsons. And how you do that is to run at him. But to run at him, you have to run. We got to run the ball. So we have to attack and nullify his speed, get into the corner, and we got to do what we got to do to establish that line of scrimmage and drive them off a ball. Our get off has got to be better than theirs. It's not hard to figure out. We wrote the formula. We just got to follow it. Let's trust that Brian Johnson's going to have a game plan. Sean Desai's going to have a game plan. And the boys going to come to Philly and we're going to have something for them. It's going to be a street fight. So I hope you're ready. If you like the content, please hit subscribe, click on that notification bell. And if you don't mind, go to my channel, find my top 10 playlist and play all and just let it roll. And I will see you guys in the next play. Peace.